Desiree, we want to talk about brain entrainment.
Well, I was going to talk also about the positive uses of the Neurophone, because I know in addition, you're saying for people who need to learn more deeper, then what they can do is put this on at night, I believe, because there's certain signals that we don't normally receive at night, but the Neurophone changes that we can actually receive these signals as communication at night, so we can learn at night, which I think everyone really wants to do. And the second thing is also it can help people who really have insomnia to a certain point, but if you use a certain program. Can you say a little bit more?
Well, it does relax you, and then the Neurophone, you can put what we want is Neurophone software, but one of the softwares we developed is a program that starts out pulsing at about 15 hertz per second, and then imperceptibly over a 10-minute period it brings you down to delta 2.5 hertz. And
that's like more of a hemisync thing.
Well, what it does is it puts you out. You go into a deep rest. You may not be asleep. You may be mentally aware, but unaware of your body. And you rest, and it puts you into a very, very deep state. You get about the feeling that you've had a good long rest in just 15 minutes.
I think that's so critical. I mean, used for astronauts and everybody, because there's so many people that really aren't getting enough sleep in this hectic society.
Well, there was a idea some of my colleagues had at NASA that future habitats in space would have really a water environment inside the satellites where dolphins would swim, and they would basically be the steering mechanisms for identifying all sorts of sounds.
Well, go back to your brain research, Dr. Hurtak. What were you noticing in the classes?
I was noticing that artists could be enhanced to do more with their creativity, cover wider ranges.
With a Neurophone?
With biofeedback instrumentation that Joe Kamiya, who was one of the pioneers, first developed. I was not acquainted with Pat's work in technology until later, but it was obviously, when I found out about his system, it was way ahead of everybody else. I found that young artists, particularly in dealing with, shall we say, special areas of music, composition, and even filmmakers dealing with special effects, would have their consciousness heightened for very long periods of time.
Well, what I like about it, each of us have our own unique brain signature, so if this can separate us from the mass herd mind and tune us into our own frequency, we can all be more creative. Would you say it does that?
Oh, it does, in my opinion, but also experience, because over the years, I mean, the Neurophone was invented 57 years ago.
Well, you're an original creative thinker. I mean, you have new ideas that no one else has had.
Well, Pat has been able to use the whole ocean environment of the world really as a sounding board.